Spurge here, and in this video we're going to break down the Leatt 7.5 MultiTour pants. So if you're watching this video, chances are you've already watched our video on the 7.5 MultiTour jacket. These pants are coming in around $450, and from a seasonality standpoint, they're sharing that same functionality as the MultiTour line from Leatt. So 4-season functionality. Now Leatt is a brand that we have known for years as premium players in the off-road and enduro space, and over the past, I would say 12 months, we've really seen them make a push into the world of adventure riding gear. And this is now going to be their top of the food chain offering. If you're looking at the MultiTour line, you might also want to consider the FlowTour, which is more of a mesh chassis with a waterproof liner there, but that's going to be aimed more at summer riding. And then there is the Dry Tour, which is a laminate waterproof that is aimed more at cold weather riding. This is going to be more of your true 4-season functionality. There is a drop waterproof, drop thermal, and you're going to see the ventilation on this is similar to what the jacket is. Although the jacket, we love the massive amount of vents. Would have loved to have seen maybe just some additional venting on the pants to help the airflow feel as free-flowing as what we saw with the MultiTour jacket. However, we'll get into all that. Let's start off with sizing. So Mr. McHugh on my left-hand side, these are his legs. He stands at 6 feet tall. He would typically wear his jeans in between a 34 to a 36. He's measuring 39.5 inches around his waist. That would actually put him in a size 2XL in Leatt's size chart. He's currently wearing an XL. So when you use your waist measurement for sizing here, would recommend sizing one size down. And then there is a short option as well. So if you have a shorter inseam, you can go with the short option that they have there from Leatt. Sizes will range from a small up to a 4XL, and there's 2 colorways available for the pants. So from a material standpoint, as we're looking at this, it's a combination of polyester ripstop, and Superfabric. Whenever we're talking about the polyester ripstop, you can see the little squares right here. This is going to be a little bit different than regular polyester. If you do get a snag or a tear, the ripstop won't allow it to continue. You're also going to see some stretch material in the pants, especially into the crotch area where you want that extra range of motion. And you'll see some mesh once we open up the liners with this. Superfabric at the knees. If you remember the jacket video, we talked about the Superfabric being little tiny thermal welded plates, roughly 11 to 12 times more abrasion resistant than leather, and it helps to slide. So when you go down on the ground, you don't snag, and it just allows your knee to kind of move a little bit freer. This is especially important if you do go down at higher speeds on the street. Again, this is your 4-season functionality in the world of adventure riding. That means you're gonna be able to use these for off-road as well as on. And like we said, Leatt's coming from the world of off-road, so these pants are unique in the way that you can fit them over top of a knee brace. So you have CE Level 2 knee armor included at the knees on this. You have CE Level 1 armor included at the hip. And it is going to be the CE2 rated Leatt armor. This is actually from the jacket. This is the shoulder armor piece, but the armor looks exactly the same. So breathable, very comfortable, very pliable. And you're getting, like I said, CE Level 2 at the knee, CE Level 1 at the hip, CE AA abrasion resistance throughout the entire piece. So the too long didn't read of this whole thing is that this is really punching outside of its weight class within the adventure world. Starting at the top, working our way down, you're going to have removable suspenders, ratchet strap at the waist on this, and the connection zipper goes all the way around for matching with the jacket, slash pockets down the side, and then you're going to have top-loading cargo pockets on each leg. Would have loved to have seen something similar to what we saw with the matching jacket, where you could kind of roll this down and get a larger mesh panel. As it stands right now, you just have a mesh zipper on the inside on this, and that's really your inflow for air. We'll see the outflow on the back on this. Leather gripper panels on the inside. If you are riding this off-road, this is going to come in handy, really be able to grip the tank there. That Superfabric on the knee, and then working his way down. McHugh, go ahead and face sideways for me. You're going to get a zip down from the knee down. This isn't going to allow you to put the pants on over top of your boots, but it will allow you to ride full height with off-road boots, and then adjust down at the bottom here with adjustments around the back of the calf. Like I said, these are designed to fit a pair of Leatt knee braces. However, you're not going to be able to fit the Leatt knee braces comfortably with any of the liners underneath. So you want to remove the liners to be able to comfortably use the knee braces. You're also going to want to remove the existing knee armor. Again, being able to fine tune exactly how you want to ride depending on your level of ability, and the gear you're already using. So again, Leatt's coming from that off-road world. They might be assuming that maybe you have a set of Leatt knee braces already in your collection. I mean, for me personally, even when I'm doing a long distance adventure on-road ride, I'm typically using knee braces because that's what I feel more comfortable with. You can see this is the connection zipper on the back here for the suspenders. If you don't want to use the suspenders, ripstop throughout the seat. This is where you're going to get your exhaust vents, big slash exhaust vents. You can see the zippers are going to be waterproof lined. This is going to be important if you're pushing into that waterproof membrane, but really if you're not, if you're just using this as a pair of mesh pants, you're not going to have to worry about that too much. The liners on the inside of this, so you have two different liners. You're going to have a full waterproof liner and then a full thermal liner. The thermal mounts into, snaps into, zips into the, it's a combination of zippers and snaps into the waterproof liner. So you can't use the thermal without using the waterproof. So you have to kind of fine tune. So your first step is if it starts to get cold, just put the waterproof liner in. If you start to get really chilly, you want to add the thermal liner to the waterproof liner and then add that back into the pants. So the only limitation there is that you start with the waterproof and then you can add the thermal, which mounts into the actual waterproof liner. That stretch at the back of the leg for added comfort. And again, you just get a really clear shot of the calf adjustment and how far that Velcro can be adjusted around the back of the pant on that. McHugh, you go ahead and face forward for me. So really, if you remember the video when we shot for the MultiTour jacket, love what Leatt is doing. They're coming in as a disruptor to the adventure space from a pricing standpoint and a functionality standpoint, and the pants are no different. This is going to be an excellent option for you to match up with the MultiTour jacket. A lot of functionality baked into this for around the $450 price point. And like I said, if you're not sure exactly where it falls, there are some other options within Leatt's line. You can click the info button on the desktop or mobile device that you're watching this video on to be able to see the product page with all the information laid out, as well as to read other rider reviews. The other note here too is if you're really not sure whether this or another offering in the Leatt line is right for you, or maybe you want to step outside of the Leatt line, you can always reach out to one of our customer service reps. They're there to make sure that you find the right gear to match with your budget as well as your riding style. And then when we're talking about riding styles, the adventure world is so crazy. There's people that use their adventure bikes only on the street, only off-road, and then somewhere in between. And I think really when you're looking at the MultiTour jacket and pant combo, it is something that could work depending on, you know, your style for any flavor of adventure riding out there. And that's something that's super impressive considering this really is Leatt's first foray into the adventure world. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the Leatt 7.5 MultiTour pants. I'm Spurge. These are Pat McHugh's legs. Enjoy the ride.